Hey guys, welcome to LI Edge. So, like Toad XY was saying, lucky I got home without getting shot today by Heidi out running around in the woods. So, I'll flip the camera around in a minute, but I'm doing a project, like a Christmas project for my sister, and she has like a candle holder with some stars and chicken wire, and it's got some round rod like this here, same size round rod that I use like in Rogue when I was doing the buck. And then it has some small ball bearings on the bottom, and I already found those too. And I have those here, and I dug those out upstairs of the shop in my scrap metal pile. And what I'm doing is building some stars like this. I know you can go to like Home Depot and Dollar General and Walmart and all that crap and buy these at a big box store, but it's no fun, you know, if they're not handmade. So I'll flip the camera around and show you what I got going on. So this is what I'm making here. And what I did is I laid it on a piece of paper, trace it out around the edges, and then you just take a nice straight surface. I can't even think of what the hell this thing's called. A ruler. Jeez, been a long day. And then what I'm doing is I'm connecting all the spots from here to here, but I'm going all the way across. And what that does is when you go to fold these, you got one that's, you know, folded down, one that's folded up, but you can see the shape that you get when it's done. And that's what I'm making. So I need to make 2 of these, and I'm making her a napkin holder for her candle holder that's on the table. So then she'll have a napkin holder sitting next to it on the table. And it'll be, she asked me to make this, so I'm like, well, now I can just make this and not have to buy you a damn Christmas present. I think I should have just bought her something, it would have been easier. She's a pain in the ass. But anyways, whatever my sister wants, I'll do it. So hopefully we'll be able to get on her car pretty soon. We have a little Carmen Ghia. You can actually see it out back. And we'll be building that for her soon. But we'll see what happens. In the meantime, I'll start on her napkin holder. Let's see what happens here. I'm gonna start cutting some metal and go from there. So this is a piece of scrap metal that I had on my shelf over here, and I'm just cleaning it up right now. I don't know why I'm doing the whole piece, but I figured what the hell. And this is a prep all or a wax and grease remover. I didn't want to use brake clean or carb cleaner or anything on that, or acetone because it would take the this red stuff is dicom dye, and I didn't want to take the dicom dye off of this. And this is used, you know, just so you can mark stuff nice. You get nice crisp lines so you can see them really well. So I'm going to start on this end. I think I'm going to start right here so I have a nice spot. And what I'll do is I'll take my paper pattern and lay it on here, trace around the paper pattern, which I probably could have just traced around that, but I might just do that because I want to get a nice crisp line. Yeah, I think I might just do that. I might just use this, hold this down, trace around it with the scratch awl, and then once I get it scratched out, I'll start cutting out with my cutters, sheet metal cutters, aviation snips, whatever you want to call them. Sorry about the shaky camera. So I got those all scribed out. Whoa, holy crap, I almost dropped the camera. Precise work right here. So now that those are all scribed out, I think what I'll do is I'll get everything cut out. And then once I get it cut out, I have to figure out a way to jig it where, you know, there's certain spots on here that are gonna kind of be a pain in the ass to get to. And I gotta figure out how to do that. But, you know, I've never made one of these stars, so obviously it'll be a pain in the neck, but we're gonna try it out, see what happens. Put some safety glasses on, don't be a dumbass. And then I'm using a left and a right cutter. You have one that's red, one that's green. Aviation snips. And then I'm going to cut all the right sides. And as soon as I'm done doing that, I'll cut all the left sides. So when I'm done, this thing will kind of look like a ninja star. And then now I'll go ahead and cut this side. And I'm using 20 gauge sheet metal, if anybody was wondering. I always have people asking me, what gauge sheet metal do you use? This is the same, this is just leftover scraps from working on Rogue. Some small scraps that I had for the bottoms of the doors. Now I'll go ahead and start bending these damn things. And that's gonna be a challenge. I gotta figure that out. So I found out it's a pain in the ass, which I thought it was gonna be. So what I'm doing, I'm gonna take my, I don't even know what you call these stupid things. Angle finder is what I call it. I've heard it called so many different names, who knows? So I got it marked like that. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over to my bandsaw and I'll cut this out. And then when I sit the star on here like this, that'll give me something to hammer down into. And you know, where I can get this shape here. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. Might be a pain in the ass. Now that'll give me something to hammer down into right here and use that edge with the hammer. Well, it's working, kind of, sort of. It's not working good. There's gonna be a lot of hammering. But what I need to do now is figure out a way to make this line nice and crisp that runs down the center of the stars. From here, from this point here, all the way out to here. So now I gotta figure that crap out. Stuff is like a razor, so that's why I put his gloves on. Oh yeah, that's way better. Makes it look nice and clean right there. That's one of the things with metal though, you can't be a wuss when you're doing it. You gotta just get in there and don't be afraid to bend it up, mutilate it before it looks better. Don't be afraid to get in there and just smash it all up, make it look like crap before, you start hammering out all the marks and whatever. I mean, if not, you won't really get anywhere. A lot of times, I'll think something looks good and it's all smashed up, or I'm sorry, I think it looks bad and it's all smashed up, but then 10 minutes from then, it looks a lot better after hammering on it for a while. Just like that. That was really, I mean, look at this side here, it's all screwed up. But you can see that this side here is nice and crisp and clean now, like it's supposed to be. Because once you get the bend in it, it's easier to hand hammer it and get it where you want it. Once you have it, you gotta clean it up, of course, but once you have it where you want it, you gotta just keep hammering on it until you get it where you like it. So there's the second one. So the first one and the second one. And I'll smooth them out as I go. And this is one of those things, my sister wants it to look like something you would find in an old barn or whatever, because these are old barn stars, something antique or whatever. So I'll clean it up and make it look nicer. And then once I clean all this red crap off there and paint it black with her napkin holder, it'll look nice. At first I was kind of getting frustrated with it because I couldn't figure out what I should do, but now that I got it and I figured out the shapes that I need, it's not too bad. And that's the biggest thing with metal shaping. Once you can figure out how to make it move the way you want, everything else goes smooth. And you don't need fancy tools and fancy hammers and all that crap. You can do this stuff with nothing. Rocks and sticks. Like this is one of my favorite metal shaping hammers right here. All it is an old ball peen hammer that I cut down. And I use it for getting into the tight spaces, And then I have another one that goes up and down this way. And it literally was a 25-cent hammer at a garage sale. Brought it home, cut it up. Got the Rona. Yeah, it's already getting way better. Looking nice. It's like a starfish. Ow! Stab it in my hand. So I have a green disc on a Rolex. I'm gonna clean this thing up a little bit. A little bit more cleanup and it'll look all right. It's gonna turn out nice. Right now I'm cutting the base for the napkin holder. Sorry about the shaky camera. So the next thing I'm doing is bending some 1/4 inch round rod, and this is just solid round rod. And what I did is I took the bandsaw and just cut a square buck with rounded ends, and I made it where I could just bend that shape right around it. I'll go ahead and bend another one real quick. Perfect. I got this one, and then I'll fix this shape here so that it's not all jacked up. I gotta hammer that out though. It's kind of bent up, but anyways, and these will be the pieces on the napkin holder that'll get cut off about right here, and I'll put that star right in there. That way it holds the napkins like this, straight up and down. So I have these ball bearings right here, and I was having problems with them rolling off this. This is the bottom of the napkin holder, and they kept rolling off. So what I did is I took and put them on my belt sander and just put a little notch in them, just a little flat spot. And then now it sits nice and sturdy right there. That way when I go to weld, this ball bearing doesn't shoot across the table. I don't want to touch it because it's hot, but excuse me. I got the rods in there, and then I got these ball bearings down here, and that's just like the set that she has at home. It's got the ball bearings on the bottom, and then this will all be painted black, like a satin black or whatever. And then I'll get the stars welded, you know, right here in the sides. That way the napkins will sit like that. Well, that was a fun project. Got it all finished up. I'm gonna clean up some welds and whatever, and then there she go. My sister has a napkin holder now, so it's fun to make though. Anyways, just a goofy project. Figured I'd share it with you guys. Thanks for watching. Later.